So in today class, I will talk about the Python list. And as you know, I already completed the Python string and number operation in Python. And today I will go with the list of the Python. After the list, I will go for dictionary things. So first of all, let we learn about the list in Python. Okay. So list are Python's form of arrays. So it is also a one type of array list mainly used in Python language only. And in the list we are storing many different types of elements separated by comma. Okay. So list are also a type of arrays because in arrays also we are storing the similar types of data types, similar types of elements. Okay, and also the different types of element. So like that way, list are also the form of arrays which is used in the Python language. They behave very similarly to a JavaScript array. So we already covered JavaScript array. So you can relate it with the JavaScript array. So let's begin to understand their important features with Python. So I will explain you the important features of list with respect to Python. So basically, I will create a list in front of you and I will do some operation. Then we'll understand about the list in Python. So let me create a list in Python. So I will create a list by a name. So I need to give the name like that. So I have given my list, the name of the list, and inside the list I will store some elements. And elements always store in big bracket when you create list in Python. Okay. So here I will store 1, 2, 3, 4. So the element I stored 1, 2, 3, 4 in the list and list created. Okay. And you can also store the strings in the list like in the same list you can store the string. Okay. So let me store the string like that way you can store strings in uh, list. Okay. And another string also we can store. So this way you can make the list of string and you also can make the list of string plus numbers plus boolean values also. Okay. So I can make the list. So let's say one string, then some number and some boolean value you can give and also floating point number also you can give decimal number and we can give the boolean value like true and false. Okay. And we can also store list inside list. Okay. So list inside list we can also make. So this way you can create different types of list and these are the collection of elements. So let me comment this list and this list also, and I wanted to print the length of my list. So length of my list basically meaning is that the number of element, how many number of elements are present in the list. So that will be written by the length of the list. So this can be written like this way, len by list. Okay. So save it and let me show you. It will print the 4. So here you can see it is printing 4. I mean, uh, 4 elements are present in the list. So the length of the list is what? 4. So this is about the how to present how to print the length of the list. Let we can print the list also. Okay. So let me try to print the list also if it is, yeah. So this way inside the print element in the print statement you can pass the name of the list, then you can able to print the list on the screen. So this way you can present, you can show the list of element on the screen. Okay. So let me create another list which is of character. Okay. So let's say list equal to character A, then B, then C, and after C I am storing the D. So this is the list which is containing some characters, that is A, B, C, D, and I will use the list to print the some list which is starting from the last. So this is also the type of array. So you can index the element of the list also. So first index is 0, second index is 1, then 2, then 3, and when you start from the end, first index should be -1. Okay. So let me print the last element. So how we can print the last element from the list? So we can print the last element by giving the index of the last element. So this way you can print. So it printed the last element, that is D. So this way you can print the different element from the list on the screen whenever any element which you require. And we can print the many element from some starting index to the index 3, index 2. This way you can also print. So basically we can do the index operation here also because it is also the type of array, and in array we are accessing the element with the indexing. Okay, with the proper index. So here also let me start from beginning. So when we give colon, then we start from the beginning, and then last element up to 3 we want. Okay, so up to 3 index we want 0, 1, 2, 3, and 3 is also included. So let me print the result, and here it printed the 0 from 1 to 3. Okay, so inside the list we are starting the index from 1, not from 0. Okay, so every time we are starting the index from 1, 2, 3, 4. So from starting index 1 to 3, we can access, we can print the element, 3 element, that is A, B, C. So usually what happen in any array, we are starting the index from 0. So whenever we are doing the array operation and we are playing with the array, then we are we are starting the index from 0. But here in list in Python, we are starting the index from 1, and from the end, we are starting the index from -1. Okay, so this way you can do the indexing of list. And let me write one small program and I can show you how to print the list and how to modify the element. So we have seen in a string, in case of a string, we can't able to uh, update the characters into the string because the string is immutable. We cannot change the string characters. Once string is defined, we cannot change. But in the list, we can change. We can update the element and we can delete element and we can add element from starting and from in between the list also we can add element. So list is mutable. So basically two terms we are using that is very important in case of Python. The one is mutable and another is immutable. Mutable is why mutable is important because many things are Python are mutable, like list, not a linked list. List list is mutable and dictionary is mutable. Okay, dictionary we can mute, but string and tuple these things are not mutable. But so here I can show you how to update the element in the list. So let me give one print. So we can define this print. This will print before assignment. So before assignment, it will give the some value. So it will give this list before assignment. And let me assign the last element to what? I uh, next character that is E. So I will say my list and at the -1 index. Okay, so at -1 index I will give the character that is E. So this I have updated here in this list, and after updating this I will give one print. So it will print the list after the assignment. So that is after uh, assignment print my list. Okay, and before assignment I will print the list here that is my list. Okay, so let we see what is the difference. So here you can see before assignment we have the A, B, C, D list, but after assignment we have A, B, C, E list. So here basically we have done the we have updated the last element of the list. So this is mutable. Okay. So and another thing we can also do, we can mute the we can append the element. We can append means we can add the element uh, inside the list. Okay. So I will show you how to append the element inside the list. Let's say we have list this ABCD, and inside this ABCD I wanted to append some element. So I can append element like that way, my list. So I will use the append method basically. So append, then I wanted to append a character that is E. Okay. So this will also add the element at the end of the list, at the end of the this list, that list we have available. So let me print after appending, and so I wanted to print my list So we can see here, after appending the element E, we have the list A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, and another thing, we can also append the list inside list. So inside this list, we can also append one complete list also. So this way we can append X, Y, Z. Okay, this is a small list, and this list I wanted to append into the list that is already available. Okay, so let me save this, and you can see the difference here. So we have a error. X is not defined. Okay, X is not defined. So this list is not defined. Okay. So basically this should be the character string. Okay. So we need to give the list. So this should be the character XYZ so that it will be defined. Okay. So let me save this, and now you can see we are able to append the list inside list. So this way you can append the list inside the list. So now we are not want to append the list inside list. Actually, we want to extend our list. We want to extend our list A, B, C, D, and we want to add X, Y, Z also. Okay, in one time. So how we can do that? So for that we will use the extend method. So there are many methods available in case of list. So we will use the extend method. So my list and dot extend. Okay. Uh, my list dot extend, and inside the extend I wanted to append the characters. So let me make list another list. So the list that we want to extend, we want to add, let me create that also. So list 2 I will add into that. So this we need to make which list which we need to add, we need to make that list also. Okay, so this is the list 2. Okay, and I wanted to extend this list, these character X, Y, Z into this ABCD list. So my list dot extend, and here I will pass the list 2. After list 2, we can print my list. Okay, so it will extend our previous list, and it will make it new one. So we can see this list object has no attribute extend. Extend we use here, not intend. Extend. So here you can see we have a new list in which we have added the XYZ element. So this way you can also extend the list. Another operation we can do what? We can also delete the element from the list. So let's say I want to delete the element from the list. So I wanted to pop the element. So we will use the pop method for deleting any element. Okay. So at index 0. So at index 0, I wanted to pop this element. So how I can pop? By using this print my list. So after popping, we can print the list, and we also can print the item that we have popped out. So you can see after popping the element at index 0, so list is this without a, and which item, which element we have popped out, the a, the first item we have popped out. And you can pop any element by giving the index of that particular element. So this way you can delete the element from the list. So these operations we can do with the list because list is mutable. Another thing we can do, we can also do some operation on the list like reversing the list, sorting of element of the list. So these things we can do. So let me show you how to sort the list. So I will sort the list. So I will use the reverse method, and after sorting I will print the list. So let's see, after sorting, after reversing, not sorting, after reversing, what will happen and what will we get into the result. So you can get reverse of the list that is available. Okay, that is ABCD. Reverse of ABCD is DCBA. So this way you can also do the reversing of the list. Another thing we can do what? Sorting of list. But for sorting we need to give the number. Okay, so let's say 3, 4, 7, 9, then 4, then 14. So I've given some numbers into the list, and now I wanted to sort the element from the list. So just I will give the method, that is sort method, and it will sort the list. So only in one line you are able to sort the list. But if you want to sort any array in any programming like C++ or Java, you need to write the complete program. But in Python, you can sort the element in one line. So this why Python is very easy language. Okay. With the help of less code, you can do more and more things. So that's why Python is very easy language. So after sorting, let me print the list. So it sort the element, okay, from starting to end in ascending order. Another thing you can do, you can access the list like this way. So let's say I will create list inside list. So I will create one list inside list, and I will want to access the element of the list. So I can access the element of the list. So let me print the some element from the this list inside list. So from inside list I wanted to print a B. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 7 we have list, and inside 7 at 1, 2 second index we have B. So we need to give the matrix indexing. So like in 2D array we are doing things. Here also we can access the element by giving the particular index. List index out of range. Okay, 7 is out of range. Let me give the 6. So here you can able to see the C. So this way you can also access the element of the list inside list. This is the matrix method which we have already discussed in array, how to access the element in 2D array. And you can also run the for loop in any in case of any list. So let's say I want to make one matrix list, and inside matrix I want to give 2D list. So this list I have created, and let me print first column. So row 0, we are using this method row 0 for row in matrix. So we are using the for method here. Now print first column. But something is wrong here. Let me see what is wrong. So I've created the matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this is a matrix, and inside that matrix I have given the first column that is equal to. Okay, so yes, now it is perfect. So we can return the first row. So first element of the first list, every first element of the first list we are able to reproduce here, and this way you can return the first row of matrix. So matrix, you can understand matrix is 2 by 2, 2 by 2 matrix. Matrix is 2D array, 2D list in which we have rows and columns. Okay, so thank you guys. I have completed the list regarding to Python. In the next session, I will go for dictionary.